Okay, so I had a friend ask me the other day. We were going back and forth on a DM, and he asked me what my definition of success was, and it really got me thinking. Because while I've kind of toyed around with that idea of what it means for myself, it really got me thinking more in depth about it, because he kind of went into super detail about what his idea of success was. And I was like, man, that's good. So I wanted to share what I felt like it was in my life, so that maybe you could open your eyes to the perception of what it may feel like for you. So success to me is not a singular thing, right? I think success has layers to it. And again, this idea really kind of just came to me the other day after thinking this. It has layers, right? Like, I can't just define success in all areas of my life, because there's some pieces that I would consider successful, and there's some that I really wouldn't, based on my own perception, right? Other people's perception of success is what it is. And so I think that's where we get bogged down a little bit, is that when somebody looks at you and says, oh, that person is successful, and you don't feel the same, then maybe you don't consider yourselves successful. Or the flip side of that, somebody says, hey, you're super successful, and you don't feel it, but that validates your success. So I think having your own definition of what that means for you is super important, and how you define it. And again, it has layers, right? So like, I would consider myself successful in some of my relationships, not all of them, but like my personal relationship with my wife. Like some of my friends' relationships aren't to where they could be, so I need to level up that game a little bit. Business-wise, I'm on a path to success. I have a gym that has been a success to me. Money-wise is not necessarily what I would consider successful. It's been supportive, but not necessarily a level that I would think, man, that's such a super successful money-wise. Fitness. I would consider my fitness successful, and it gets better and better every single day. So it's always on a path, right? Like, this period of time can be successful. And I can't settle for that, because I want to continue to be better. So today's success is not necessarily what tomorrow is going to be. And again, that's another layer to this whole thing. We're just adding layers to this big onion, right? My diet currently is super successful. And then in 75 days, will be even more successful. And the results will show that. So your results will also determine your success and how you view your own success. So something to think about, guys. If you have a problem identifying what is successful in your life, or maybe you're not feeling like you're a success, why don't you break it apart a little bit and see what is successful in your life, and then maybe where you need to level up the other areas to be that. Maybe it's just one little piece that's missing. It's like, hey, I have great relationships, I eat well, I work out, but I'm not successful in my job. So maybe your job needs a little more focus or attention or something to help bring that success up. That view for me has changed over the years, because I used to just define success as an end place, being where you got because of X, Y, and Z, right? Instead of looking at today and what today's success may be, and where I can elevate myself in other areas for the future of that success. Something to think about. Hope it helps.